Hello everyone, I am Akshata Suresh Kapse. I am studying engineering in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. Today I am here to explain you about waste stream assessment, nothing but WSA, and I am going to explain about generation and the composition of waste. Okay, here we are going to learn introduction of waste stream assessment, definition of waste, types of waste, waste composition, and the conclusion. Okay, let us move to the introduction. Okay, we will start with the introduction. Waste stream assessment is a comprehensive process that involves in the identification, quantification, and the characterization of the different types of wastes generated by the organization. And WAS is a critical component of a waste management program as it provides valuable insights into the types of quantities of waste generated and helps to identify areas where waste reduction efforts can be focused. And this process is used to provide a detailed understanding of the waste stream and to identify opportunities to reducing, reusing, or a recycling of the waste. And waste is generated by the domestic and the industrial activities, and the waste stream is nothing but the life cycle of the waste up to and including its disposal. And this waste stream assessment can be obtained by two methods: rationalize of analysis and a field investigation. This rationale for analysis is nothing but planning or a designing for the disposing waste, and this field investigation is we can say that waste storing or a vehicle weaving or a field visits. Next we'll move to the next is the definition of a waste. This waste can be defined any material or a substances that discarded or are no longer used and has no further use or a value. Waste can come in a many forms like including what solids, liquids or a gas, and can be generated from a wide range of the sources. For example, waste includes like a food scraps, packing materials, electronic devices, and some chemicals and construction desires. Waste can have a negative environmental, social, and economic impact. Like if it is not going to be properly managed, it is going to be pollute the surroundings or environment, and it is going to be impact on the human health or a public health. And these waste management practices include waste reduction, recycling, composting, and a landfilling. If it is not going to be managed, it is harmfully affecting the environment and the public health. Okay, next. Of waste: municipal waste, hazard waste, electronic waste, industrial waste, agriculture waste. Municipal solid waste includes generated from the households such as the food scrap, papers, plastics, other materials like vegetables, fruits and all. Hazard waste, it includes the potentially harmful to the human health and the environment such as a chemical, batteries and a medical waste, where this medical waste is going to be thrown commonly in the rivers and all. Electronic waste or a e-waste. This includes electronic devices that are not no longer or functioning, such as computers which are not going to be functioning, or phones, televisions, or watches and all, etc. Industrial waste. This includes waste generated from industrial processes such as manufacturing, mining, and oil and gas production, where it is going to be pollute the air and the environment. Agricultural waste. This includes waste generated from the agricultural activities such as crop residues, fertilizers, animal manure, and some pesticides. The types of waste are plastic, organic, paper, mixed, e-waste, glass waste, and all. These are the few types of the wastes. Waste generation. Waste generation is the process of producing waste materials that are no longer needed or wanted. The amount of waste generated is influenced by factors such as population growth, economic development. Waste generation can be produced by implementing waste reduction strategies such as reducing or we can use cloth bags while using instead of using paper plastic bags we can use paper bags instead of using plastic bags or we can use that paper bowls and all. Waste generation can have a negative environmental, as I said before, it can be harmful to the environment and the human health where it is going to be very risk to the health. This it is the that of the waste generation where manufacturing the raw materials for each and every step the waste is going to be generated. To avoid this generating the waste we can use the methods like recycling, reducing or reusing. Next, we will go to the waste composition. This waste composition is the nothing but analyzing is a process of a physical separating or a weighing or a categorizing the waste. This composition is nothing but we can separate the different types of the wastes and categorizing the waste. It can be used both in what we can say determining the total amount of the flow and categorize the different types of the foods that have been discarded. For example, fruits, vegetables, meat, and all. This is what illustrate this phenomena in India. This is our waste composition in our India. Major constituents are paper and disposable organic materials. The metal, glass, textile, and wood form part of the composition, and their relative proportion depends on the local factors. Average properties of the constituent reaching the disposal sites are constituent and urban wastes are fairly constant subject to long-term changes such as the seasonal varies. This is the important characterization of the solid wastes for the most of the applications. Here we can see food waste, paper, cardboard, plastics, textiles, rubber, leather, and etc. Where how much it is going to be generated or composited, or we can say just the weight of the waste composite. This waste stream assessment is nothing but the important tool to understand the type and amount of a waste generated by the households, business, and industries. By this waste stream, it is possible to identify the opportunities to waste reduction, recycling, or a reuse. But the materials that are no longer needed or are unwanted, it can be negatively harmful to the environment and the economic impacts. This waste composition, the types of amounts of materials that make up a waste stream, and it can vary depending on the source of the waste. And overall effective waste management practices require a coordinate effect for the business, governments, and other stakeholders to address the ongoing composition or a characterization of the generation of the waste and its disposal. This is about the waste stream assessment. Thank you everyone.